Sami Fekkak. I'm 30 years old, nearly 31. I'm a French and Moroccan actor. I was born in Paris but lived all my life in Casablanca, nearly. I started acting when I was 7 years old. I was really shy, and my father was like, okay, Sammy, when there are guests, come and say hi, at least. And I was like, okay, Dad, but like, I have nothing to say to them, and they all want to, like, grab my cheek and stuff. Since I had long hair and, like, like, Tom Sawyer hair. And at some point I was watching a TV series. It was with the VCR, those little big cassette, right? It was Barney, the dinosaur, the pink dinosaur. And I was like, Dad, can I go with them because they're having fun? He's like, Sammy, they're actors. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, some people, they are getting paid to do this. So I'm like, okay, I want to be paid to play. And he was like, okay, so he put me into drama classes, and I was amazed by the fact that I was given a name that was not mine. Since my name is Sammy, my first character was Jack. So the funny part is, when you are out of your character, yourself, that's the character I meant, you can say whatever you want. Remember when you were a kid and your mom always put you, like, like, shout at you or put you like فلفلة سودانية في فمك حيت كتقول شي حوايج ما خصكش تقولهم. So I was like, okay, now my name is Jack and I can say whatever the I want. You understand me, right? So that's what I loved, being someone I'm not. And since we are kids, we like to play and to imagine things. The best people, the best creative people are kids. When they play with each other, they imagine stuff and they really live it, And since then, I was doing some performances, and I was always the little one among the grown-ups. I started at the FOL, La Fédération d'Organisation Laïque, something like that. And then it was in Le CAF, le Cercle Amical Français de Casablanca. So I was really happy to be part of it, because every time you have a different role. Sometimes you have to be very angry, sometimes you have to be very happy, sometimes you have to be annoying, and you can't do it, and no one's gonna tell you not to do it, because that's your character. And when you're when you're in front of people and playing, in the beginning you don't know if you really want to do it because there are so many people watching you. And when you see that every single actor stress in his own way and everybody has a ritual, you're like, wow, I just want to be living this. And when I see other people going to work at 8 and finish at 6, I'm like, okay, when do they have time for themselves and to be themselves? But as an actor, you're always yourself, and at some point you're yourself with the character you created. You give him a part of your soul, and that's what I like in acting. So I started with theater, so drama classes, performances on stage, and then I was like, okay, there is some money to be made out of commercials, publicity, ads. So I was like, okay, I heard of it, did some casting, never been selected. I don't know why. I just wanted to do like some milk stuff, I just wanted those 2,000 dirhams they're gonna give me. But I never got selected for any of it. And my last representation, my last performance, I was 18. I was like doing my baccalaureate, my A-level. And at the last performance there was this casting director, الله يجازيها بالخير، جات لعندي في لي لوج وقالت لي that's very good what you did. And I had one of the main roles, and I had to sing as well on stage and stuff, and I was like, wow, okay, some people liked it. And she was like, okay, there is a casting, you want to come and pass it? I can send you, give me your email, because we were a lot of, like, with emails, there was no WhatsApp or whatever. Yes, they were, but it was like the beginning of it. There was Viber. Remember Viber? And so I went to this audition, and it was the audition for Rock the Casbah, to a Leila Marrakchi movie, like she did in Morocco, and I was like a very big fan of Morocco because I was in Lyoté, and it was like telling the story of youth of the youth of, like, you know, like la jeunesse marocaine. What were they doing when they were in a French school, and what was their sins, and you know that's exactly what we lived in Casablanca in a way, but same but different, you know, like different epoch, but same, yeah. So I did the audition, and she loved me, and she was like, okay, in 2 days, Leila Marrakchi is gonna come, you're gonna meet her. And I was like, I'm gonna meet Leila Marrakchi? Like, yes, you're gonna meet Leila Marrakchi. So, in the beginning, when she came, I was like, wow, she's really beautiful. She's a woman, and I was 18. I was like, wow, she's like a girl, like she's like, I don't know, she was 36 or 40 or something, but she was really beautiful, and she came at me, and she was so sweet. And she was like asking questions about myself. I don't actually really like talking about myself, but when you ask the question, I don't stop. You can see it, right? And yeah, she was like going deep into things that I didn't understand why she was doing it. And I was like, okay, maybe she needed to understand more about me and see if there are similarities between me and the character she would be, like, she was gonna give me. But I was like, okay, am I selected? Am I not? No one told me anything. She was just like took some informations from me, like from the inside, and I don't actually like to talk about the inside of my stuff and the negative part, or maybe just the positive. And yeah, I was selected. And I was really happy, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I have this role. And I went to my dad's, and I was like, Papa, look, I did this audition. I didn't tell you, but you know, I just wanted to be, you know. And then she was like, okay, I'm gonna give you those dates, the dates of the set. Unfortunately, it was the same dates as my A-level baccalaureate. So I couldn't do it, and I was so disappointed. And I thought, because when you're 18, you always think that it's once in a lifetime. It's never once in a lifetime. There's never once in a lifetime experience or whatever. Life always gives you some stuff so that you could, like, and you have to be ready. That's why we learn things and we get skills, so that when the opportunity comes, I'm skilled. You know, an actor should do everything, and at some point he will be skilled to be part of it. I don't believe in luck. We create our own luck, and whenever luck comes, you have to be ready for it. Because there is this guy, he's philosophe, c'est pasteur, il disait vraiment واحد الفكرة كتضحك من السما. Si elle tombe وما لقاتش the brain that could harvest it, أطيح في الضص. You understand that? So you have to be skilled whenever luck comes, and we create our own luck by the little choices we make every single day. If I make the choice to stay at home and play video games, will I be able to have the opportunity of going out and finding myself, and finding the roles, and finding the castings, and finding the auditions, and finding the casting directors, and meeting people, and going out with people, and make relationship with people? No. So you create your own path, you create your own choices, because Allah بغا انت اللي ما بغيتيش. Yeah? It's like, yeah, ما كتبش. No, انت اللي he gave you like an infinity of مكتب, and you are the one choosing it. So I was so disappointed not to do this movie, and I just went on and on at my A-level, and at some point I got a call from another production, and they were like, yeah, we got your number from this casting director, and she told us that you were very good, and we want you to do an audition, a casting. I was like, okay, let's go, let's do it. I was super ready. Okay, it's gonna be in Arabic this time and not in French. Okay, let's do it. I did it, and I didn't think they liked me. I didn't even like myself when I played. And I went back home, and I was like, you know, I don't care. I have my A-level to pass. I got a call back, and I was like, how? I didn't even like. You never know. Whenever you do an audition, you never know. I'm gonna tell you why I'm taking my time to explain that thing, because it was the switcher part, the switcher role. So I went back and I was studying, and I got this call back, and they were like, okay, the producers want to see you. I was like, and the director is not available now. He's writing and stuff, and he has to be in his bubble. And I didn't understand how you can be in your bubble too. You know, you never know anything when you're 18. So I went back with the producers, and they asked me to do stuff that I didn't want to do, like sing or do stuff, or so I did, because you know, like I'm a player and I like to play, and it was nice. It was actually nice to be in front of them, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back home. They were smiling, so I guess they liked it. So I went back home studying again for my A levels, for my baccalaureate, and then I got a third call back. We need you to meet now the director because he really liked you. And I was like, okay, do I have those faces that people like? I was like, okay, good, let's do it. I arrive, and in the same place with different people, with the director in front of me, and he told me something really not cool. And that's the fun part, because when he saw me, he was like, you really have the face of a loser. T'as vraiment une tête de loser. T'as vraiment une tête de... And the guy, he had a cap. He was like jogging 3 bandes, Adidas, ياك, قميجة و t-shirt. يعني لا علاقة. I was heated. You know, when you're 18, when someone like says something to you that is not right, you just want to be like, you know, like it triggers me in a way. And then I was like, I was about to say something and to play baby. Oh, يقول لي, that's you I want for the part. And then you know when you become a penguin. You become a penguin. Yes, I am. So I understood he was the director. It was like, you know, there is this movie called American Pie. Do you remember that movie? Yeah, the first, the second, the third. And he was like, you know, that main character, Jason Biggs, I want you to go and watch the movies again and inspire yourself and try to play like him. But of course, I will never play like him because he has his own personality, his own experiences. He lived in the US, I lived in Morocco. So of course, you inspire yourself and you try to play the same way, but with your own character and your own aura and your own energy. And that's what I did. And it just buzzed, and everybody loved it. And I was like, because you never know if you did something good or not. Like, you never know in advance that something is gonna work. So we trusted the process, we trusted the life, we trusted God. Alhamdulillah, وقع داك الشيء اللي وقع, and you know, it buzzed, it went viral, and it was amazing. And now I'm just pursuing my career, learning, because we always learn. I work a lot with the Americans and foreigners and English people, and a lot of stuff went on Netflix. A lot of stuff are still on post-production that didn't came out yet. I don't want to talk too much about it because, you know, I don't want to jinx it. So I think I told you a lot about it. I gave you a lot of matière so that you could, like, yeah, but I was happy to share that with you. I don't share that much, but thank you very much. And I hope the next one will be another story.